You know Alpharetta, right? The vibrant downtown, the family-friendly community. But what if I told you there's areas just outside of Alpharetta that are equally as attractive and maybe offer a little more affordability? Hi, I'm Allison.
And I'm Jennifer, and we are realtor moms living in the North Atlanta suburbs. We create videos that share information with you about the North Atlanta suburbs. And so if you're moving here or you have any questions, be sure to reach out.
Before we dive right into the list, let me give you a quick overview of what makes these areas so attractive. So you're gonna find a blend of convenience, great community, top-rated schools, some affordability, and also safety, which makes it perfect for young families, professionals, and retirees. So really something for everybody.
All of these cities that we're gonna talk about, I mean, you just cannot go wrong.
Let's jump in.
So let's touch on Johns Creek first. Johns Creek is a suburb and it is just east of Alpharetta. In fact, it used to be part of Alpharetta. So you're gonna see a lot of similarities when we talk about Johns Creek and we talk about Alpharetta. In fact, some of the schools even merge in when you start getting into the high school level. So Johns Creek is an affluent community. It is located with quick access to Georgia 400, so it makes it a breeze to get into downtown Atlanta if you're commuting for work or just going into Atlanta to have fun. Johns Creek boasts a variety of upscale neighborhoods where you can find golf course community. It is an environment where the residents feel super safe and it's a tight-knit community. And within that tight-knit community, there's a 25% international population. That makes Johns Creek one of the most diverse North Atlanta suburbs. Not only does Johns Creek have exceptional schools, but it also has a wide variety of things to do. So amazing parks. And you've also got shops and restaurants and kind of a nightlife pretty close by.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are really surprised by numerous local restaurants with a variety of ethnic foods. Also in the vein of things to do, they're redeveloping the downtown. So there's going to be an amphitheater, there's trails, you can access the Chattahoochee, a lot of great recreational opportunities within Johns Creek. The other thing to note is there are a lot of technology jobs. There's a technology park, so it's sort of becoming similar to like what we've talked about with Alpharetta.
So with its affluent population and also the affordability actually that you can get into Johns Creek still, it really makes Johns Creek a desirable area to live in and was recently named as one of the top cities to live in Atlanta.
So number 2 is Milton. So Milton is sort of a twin city to Alpharetta, like we've talked about in some of our other videos. But Milton has a really special, unique feel. Picturesque, beautiful landscapes, and modern amenities. In Milton, things are a little bit more spread out. You're gonna find newer, sort of southern, modern estates on larger pieces of land, usually at least an acre or more. There are some subdivisions in Milton as well, so it gives you some options depending on what your lifestyle is. It's also an equestrian-friendly city, so there used to be nothing but horse farms out in Milton, and it's really developed a lot over the years. But it still has that nice countryside feel, which you're not gonna find in a lot of the Atlanta suburbs. So with that country feel, you still have access to a lot of modern amenities. You've got downtown Milton, Crabapple area, where you're gonna find great restaurants, shopping, and lots of community events. Very dog friendly, lots of farmers markets, so there's plenty to do, and it's really quite a beautiful city to consider. With just 41,000 residents, you're gonna have that slower paced lifestyle. Now Milton is a little bit further out from the cities. The commute time's gonna be a little bit longer when you compare it to Alpharetta. However, I feel like most residents are okay with that, considering the lifestyle that they have. The pros certainly outweigh the cons. And of course, similar to Alpharetta, you're gonna find top-rated schools. Some of the schools in Milton actually feed into Alpharetta, just like they do in Johns Creek. So these areas are very close together, but they have different feels, and it's really worth, exploring all of them so you can figure out which works best for you.
Yeah, Milton High School is one of the premier high schools in Milton, obviously. And if you have a chance to go check it out, it's really amazing. I mean, it's like walking on to a college campus. Really gorgeous and a great opportunity it affords these kids that live in that area. So number 3 is Roswell. Roswell offers really a unique charm and historic feel to it. It dates back to the Civil War, where you can go through and find these beautiful mansions that they've turned into museums or places that you can have weddings and venues like that. So it's a gorgeous area when you're looking at the downtown historic area. And part of that is Canton Street, which has got shops and restaurants and nightlife and just a really cool artistic vibe about it. Roswell is located just a little bit south of Alpharetta, so it makes the commute into downtown just a little bit easier. It's quick access to Georgia 400. You're looking at maybe a 30-minute drive into downtown, give or take, considering traffic. Roswell's the perfect blend of just modern amenities and historic charm, and you really kind of get that southern vibe in there. The type of population that Roswell has is going to be a lot of families, and part of that's due to the good schools and the walkability and just the lifestyle of the activities for kids. But you're also going to find young professionals there because it is a little bit more affordable, and you're going to find retirees because it's a charming place to live. And one of the other things that Roswell is known for are its parks. There are many, many parks, and they all offer activities from toddlers all the way up to senior citizens. So there really is something for everybody in Roswell.
If you're thinking about moving to Alpharetta, give us a call or a text, shoot us an email. Our information is on the screen. We'll be happy to help you explore Alpharetta. And if that's not the right fit for you, we'll take a look at some of these neighboring cities so that you can find the right fit. All right, number 4 on the list is Woodstock. So Woodstock has really come up over the years. It's known for its outdoor recreational opportunities and its expanding and the development of the downtown. So in downtown Woodstock, you're gonna find an amphitheater, there are farmers markets, great shops and restaurants, really a lot to do. Woodstock is attracting more and more people because right now there is affordability in Woodstock, and we've talked about that in some of our other videos. So you can really get into Woodstock at a decent price and have access to some of these modern amenities that some of the other suburbs have sort of already initiated and has driven the price points up in some of these suburbs. So I think it's a great time to explore this community. The schools are highly rated, not as highly rated as some of the other areas that we've talked about, but we've seen improvements over the years and expect to see them improve even more.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Woodstock is probably the biggest hidden gem of all the areas that we talk about.
Yeah, in fact, it was recently nationally ranked as one of the top cities to live in, and it goes back to this affordability and access to amenities. So Woodstock is a great place to consider if you're looking for something secure and a budget-friendly place to live.
All right, so let's go on to number 5, which is going to be the city of Cumming. Now, Cumming is located the furthest out of any of the cities that we've talked about. It's going to be a considerable commute to get into downtown. But Cumming is growing fast. And some of the things you're gonna find in Cumming that are kind of unique when you compare them to some of these other suburbs is that, number 1, you can find new construction more readily because of the growth that they're having than some of the other areas. As it continues to grow, I think you're gonna find that changes pretty rapidly. But one of the other unique aspects of Cumming is that it's located really close to Lake Lanier. In fact, if you live in Cumming, it is possible to get lakefront property on Lake Lanier. So if you love boating or you love the water, this is the place for you. And it also has easy access to get to the North Georgia mountains. So if you're a mountain person or you want to take a day trip to go for hikes, Cumming is a great place to be. So one of the other great benefits about Cumming is that the suburb really boasts safety and just a family-friendly environment where people feel secure and aren't afraid to walk outside, aren't afraid to let their kids run around the neighborhoods. So that's a really big plus for Cumming and the community feel with. So that's a really big plus for the Cumming area.
We would love to be your local resource if you're thinking about moving to these areas or you want to start exploring. So check out our information on the screen, reach out, and we'd be happy to help. And don't forget to check out our next video and subscribe to our channel.
Yep, we'll see you next week.